Welcome to another installment of the United Hour. And today, this morning, we're going to be talking about what? The game at hand. This is a Manchester United Spurs preview. And joining me for this one is the man Devin. How are you doing, brother?
Hi, good morning. Not bad. I'm really excited. Can't wait. How about you?
Well, you see, that's why I'm rubbing my hands. I'm rubbing my hands. No, I'll be honest. I have heard a lot of Manchester United fans say to me that they think we're going to lose this game tomorrow, right? A lot of people are very nervous for the side. They're going to be watching the game like this tomorrow, you know what I mean? They're going to be hiding from the TV because they're very, very concerned. But the reason they're concerned is because Spurs demolished Everton 5-0, and
Mm-hmm.
we got demolished by City in our last game. But really and truly, if we take an in-depth look at Spurs' last 5 games, it really hasn't been that impressive. So yeah, they beat Everton 5-0, but the game before that, they lost to Middlesbrough 1-0. We drew 1-1 with Middlesbrough and lost on penalties. They lost outright to Middlesbrough. The game before that, they demolished Leeds. They beat Leeds 4-0. Okay, that song all right. But they lost to Burnley. They lost to Burnley 1-0. And then before that, they had the real thriller against Manchester City, where they came out winners 3-2. So really, when you look at Spurs in the last 5 games, Spurs is definitely up and down. Up and down. The games you expect them to win, like Burnley and Middlesbrough, they lost. The games that you expect them to be really challenged and probably lose, like Manchester City, they won. We have to remember that Manchester United beat this Spurs team and actually cost Nuno Santos his job when we demolished them 3-0. On that
Correct.
particular occasion, Spurs looked horrible, they looked flat, and Manchester United was going through ex- very similar to where we are right now. We were coming off a heavy loss, and a lot of people were wondering, could we turn around against Spurs or are we going to lose against Spurs? Both Spurs and Manchester United at that particular point in time were at low points. And Nuno ended up getting the sack before only because Manchester United stepped up to the plate and won that game. So we're looking to do the double over Spurs. And I mean, talk to me, Devin. Who is available for Manchester United? And what do you think we're going to do to beat the Spurs team?
So for tomorrow, it's there's only two players that, according to the press conference, Ralph said that are out, and so we're talking with Luke Shaw, who tested positive for COVID, and McTominay has got a calf problem. So with that being said, we should have a fairly strong lineup. We will see Ronaldo and Cavani available again. Varane will be back in the side too. So these are definitely strong additions to have into the side right now. Um, the thing that I was definitely trying to figure out now is which formation they're going to play. Because the last time that we beat them with that side, we played a 3-5-2, utilizing the wing backs, and that worked very effective. However, right now, if I am correct, I think that they didn't have Sun for that game as well. If I remember that correct.
Yeah, I think Son was injured as well. Yeah, I think so.
So that's going to be obviously that combination with Sun and Kane is real lethal. I think that's, if not the best partnership in the league right now, it's definitely one of them for sure. To me,
Yeah,
personally,
yeah, yeah.
I think it's the best partnership in the league personally, but that's just me. So we have to be very very wary of that, and I can
And
see them
then
licking their chops, looking for revenge in this match, and so that
and
is going to
then
be the
we
biggest problem right now. I do not want to see Harry Kane in this lineup. Sorry, excuse me, Harry Maguire going up against Harry Kane. If I were Harry Kane and I saw Maguire in that squad, I'd be licking my chops and telling son, yeah, boy, over the top, send that ball over the top every time. They can play that high line, and I can get past them. And so for me, and it's also, he had an absolute shocker of a last match. Take him out the firing line for now. Um, it's time to bring Varane back in, and it was real tough right now because, like, even we've heard midweek by the reports about Bailly not happy about getting into the side. So it was definitely Varane will have one of those center back spots, and then it was real tough to choose between Lindelof or Bailly for the second center back spot. So yeah, if we want to pull up my lineup, you can see what I ended up having to go with for mine. So for mine, I stuck with what United knows with a 4-2-3-1 and had to make some modifications. I would have liked to have had McTominay out there, but obviously with his calf, he's not ready to go. Had to modify it. So I'm going David De Gea in the back, and then my back line of Telles, Lindelof, Varane, and Dalot. Wan-Bissaka also did not have a good last game. So to me, it's is he was being caught out of position too much and relying too much on his tackling. On that side, like if we put him up against Son and he gets a ball over the top, he's out of position, we're going to be in trouble. So, and now in the pivot, I'd have to go with a Fred and Pogba right now. Fred is going to have to, he's going to have a job on him right now. And the one thing that I'm still trying to figure out is whether you have Fred have free reign going across that midfield, or you put him pretty much to do a job where his job is simply to mark Son out of the game. And to me, I went with my first option because I just cannot see Pogba being disciplined enough to cover the rest of the midfield while he's marking Son. So with that, Fred's gonna have to cover that midfield and just run around, just be a disruptor, in my opinion, and then look to get the ball into Pogba's feet. Pogba can lay it up to our top. And now moving up to our front three, you're gonna have Alanga, Bruno, and Sancho. Sancho right now is starting to come into form. The only thing that I would have done differently is and this would have been my fault with a graphic. And so swap Alanga and Sancho spots. And then up top, Ronaldo will come back into the side. He needs to get a little confidence booster before Tuesday's match. We all know how crucial it is. And you could always have Cavani coming off the bench, pending he doesn't get injured or doesn't feel fit to play between now and then. And so for me, that is going to be the lineup that I think is best suited to beat Spurs.
You are a very brave guy. You're talking about Ronaldo's confidence. You betting on Ronaldo scoring in this game. Okay, cool, cool. That's good. That's good. Before I talk about my team, I just want to talk a little bit about Spurs, how Spurs would line up. Now we know Conte always with a back three.
Mm-hmm.
Doherty has had unbelievable games the last two games, but that doesn't mean that we may not see Regulon or somebody else come in. But I think with the kind of performance that Doherty has been given, I expect him to start. Um, so and we're gonna see a back five or what you would say 3-4-2-1. With Kane on top, and behind him is Son and a new player that they bought. His name slips me right now, but
Berg, uh,
but he is
Bergvin or whatever, isn't it?
no, it's a kind of Ukrainian Russianish kind of name. But anyway, he has been on fire with goals, shipping him with goals and assists in the last three games. So in the last two games, I should say. So he is definitely gonna be keeping us busy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Antonio Conte is going to do what he does. He's going to try to be solid in the back and try to use the wing back play and use the speed. Tottenham Hotspur is strictly a counter attacking team. Can they play through you? If you leave your middle open, they have quality players. They can play through you, but that is not what this team is set up to do. This team is set up for counter attacking football to utilize the space of Son and to utilize the speed, of Son and the speed of Harry Kane. And that is why I would totally agree with you that we need to make sure that Harry Maguire is as far away from this team as possible. Spurs this morning. So this afternoon. So this is my team. I am looking to I have the same back line as you, except for Wan-Bissaka. I'm not that I don't want to see Delo, but I just don't know why Delo has been dropped. I just don't know. So because I don't know why Delo, it seems to me that Delo has been dropped and not rotated. So I'm going with Wan-Bissaka just because that seems to be the flavor at this point in time. Matic, because we need that control, and without Scott, I think we need a little more discipline than Fred holding that spot. So we play in an excuse me, an inverted triangle with Matic at the bottom and Pogba and Fred playing box to box. Fred is going to use that role to hopefully try to man mark um, Son when we out of possession and try to shut down and break up those passing lanes. Pogba obviously distribute the ball forward as well, contribute to the attack, but also add a little steal to that midfield. Um, I'm leaving Ilanga and Ronaldo on the bench simply because too many times when things not going our way, we have nobody to bring on. There's like nobody to bring on. There's no help off the bench. If we start Ilanga, um, you know, what really and truly with Rashford's form at the moment, you know, what really are we gonna have to come off the bench? So and also the reason I don't have Ronaldo starting this game is simply because of Champions League on Tuesday. I know one could say, all right, he practiced well. Yeah, he practiced well, but the same way Scott McTominay could play this game, but as Ralph said in his press conference, if he plays this game, he's not gonna be eligible for Tuesday. His calf is probably gonna be giving him trouble. I think that's the same thing with Cristiano Ronaldo and his hip. If Cristiano Ronaldo runs out there and plays 90 minutes, I'm not sure he's gonna be available for the game on Tuesday. So with an eye on the game on Tuesday, I'm going to start Cavani. Obviously, I don't expect Cavani to finish the game, right? But if we could get 45 minutes from Cavani, if we could get 60 minutes from Cavani, I'll take that. And then you unleash Rashford and Ilanga and Ronaldo if you want. You could bring all of them on in the second half. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking at for today. That is what I'm looking for the team to do and to handle the business today. So let's get into some predictions. What do you expect to happen in terms of the scoreline?
Um, I don't see us keeping a clean sheet with this one. That form with Son and Kane right now is just way too hot right now. Um, Either a 2 or 3-1 for us. Because
Yeah, I
yeah, I
concur.
see the side. Well, I can see Ronaldo coming out there with the mindset of, yeah, boy, you criticize me, you doubted me. Watch what can happen right now. And so I could see this as one of those where Ronaldo is going to say, all right, I need my warm up before Champions League. I need to make sure that Mr. Champions League is ready for this match. And you're criticizing me right now. I wasn't in the last match. Let me show you what you were missing last match.
I hope so, I hope so. I mean, I hope so. But regardless of whether Ronaldo starts or if he starts, I don't expect Ronaldo to play 90 minutes because if Ronaldo plays 90 minutes, I
Well,
would be really upset if he starts on Tuesday. I have no problem with Ronaldo playing today and not starting on Tuesday. But since I would rather see him in the Champions League, I just can't see him playing 90 minutes and then play 90 minutes again when you're dealing with a hip injury. You understand what I'm saying? Because as much as he could very easily not have played in this game, even if his hip is hurting, he'd probably lie and say, nah, I good to play in the Champions League. And we don't need a Ronaldo that cannot run up and down the pitch. You understand? Because
so,
once the hip not on properly, your mobility is shot.
so I also see this as being a match where, especially when you see from the press conference yesterday with Ralph's comments, where he said, "All right, you want to go at the end of the season, then go right now. But those who want to stay, you better be ready to prove yourself right now." And so you could say, "Yeah, all right, we had some adversity. We were completely outclassed by City now, but let's see how you respond." And this will be a good way to start audition for who can stay and who can leave. Because I mean, I think Ralph's made up his mind with a few players already, but there may be a couple that he's still not sure about. And so we gotta find out how much spine the rest of these players really have with the response they come out with tomorrow. Or
Yeah, for me,
excuse me, in a couple hours. Excuse me.
yeah. Yeah, so for me, I think that we have the measure of this Spurs team. I know this Spurs team can hurt us, and especially if we play Harry Maguire in the back, I would be very concerned. But
Hmm.
assuming that Harry doesn't start, and we're gonna know the team sheet in a couple hours, but assuming Harry doesn't start, I think Manchester United is gonna win this game. So I'm going to one as well. Yeah.
All right.
So let's go United. Let's go and handle those stories. Devin, take us out.
So everybody, please don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to make sure that if you want to win this as part of our One Love United promotion, make sure you comment One Love United as well. And make sure that you are following us on YouTube and subscribe to us. So with that being said, Glory, glory, Man United will never die.
Hey, if you appreciate what we're doing here at the United Hour, please like, please subscribe, and let's grow this community.